Trouble is brewing in the US-Ukraine relationship, and not just on Capitol Hill. From the Vatican's marbled halls to the sharp lights of cable news studios, top US officials are casting doubt on Ukraine's leadership, war strategy, and the billions of American taxpayer dollars sustaining it. In a striking interview with Fox News, US National Security Advisor Mike Waltz described Ukraine as one of the most corrupt countries in the world, a blunt assessment that rattled diplomatic circles and signaled a hardening posture inside the White House.
Press conference in the Oval Office.
The comment followed a question about President Trump's recent closed-door meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, an encounter the interviewer described as intense and absent French President Emmanuel Macron, despite initial expectations. Waltz, asked to characterize the outcome, struck a no-nonsense tone. The president's determined to end the war, to apply whatever pressure he has, to apply to both sides. His words hinted at growing disillusionment inside the administration over Kyiv's direction. The exchange took a sharper turn when the interviewer defended Zelensky, lauding his wartime leadership and denying any hidden financial agenda. Waltz, unmoved, pointed to the scale of US aid and the need for tight scrutiny.
Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. We always have to guard the taxpayer dollars, and there have been billions going in. And I don't think, remember, I was sitting in Congress. The previous administration had all of the appropriate oversights going in, so we have to keep a hard eye on that.
He then recalled Zelensky's earlier Oval Office visit, portraying it as a missed opportunity for lasting US-Ukraine alignment. A moment when the Ukrainian leader could have opted for strategic cooperation over confrontation.
He has been at war, but we have to find opportunities to end the war, and one could have only thought, rather than trying to correct the President of the United States and the Vice President in the Oval Office when he was invited there for the first meeting, and could have sat side by side with the President signing a minerals deal that bound our economies together for the foreseeable future. You want to talk about a security guarantee? That would have been phenomenal. I think that was a historic and missed opportunity.
On the thorny issue of Crimea, Waltz offered no diplomatic niceties. He challenged the idea that reclaiming the territory is realistic, questioning whether Ukraine's insistence on total territorial restoration could trap both nations in an endless war. That sentiment was reinforced by US Vice President J.D. Vance, who in a phone interview with Charlie Kirk warned that prolonging the conflict could lead to societal collapse or even nuclear war. He criticized the media's portrayal of Ukrainian victory as dangerously naive. The chorus from Washington is no longer cautious, it's confrontational, with top American officials publicly doubting Kyiv's honesty, judgment, and capacity to win. The alliance that once defined post-2022 foreign policy now teeters on the edge of fracture.